Hello, lovebirds. Tanya, ooh, I'm getting beat by bushes. Tanya TKO here. And I am doing a walking vlog. You know, I'm in Los Angeles, California right now. Actually, even more specifically, I'm in Hollywood. Hollywood. I'm in Hollywood, California right now. And I'm actually 2 blocks from the Hollywood Walk of Fame up that way where I was showing where I just came from. But you know what, it's Memorial Day Monday and I'm leaving, I'm checking out of the hostel that I'm in either today or early tomorrow morning, so I won't get a chance to do another walking vlog. There's a helicopter up there. I can't see because my shades. Oh my lord, there's a bug on my arm. God, can I catch this? Where God, these, ugh. I don't know what is going on. It's like, ugh. All right. So oh look, there's the helicopter. Let me see if I can catch it on my thing. There was like some crime that took place in this area the other day, and like the helicopters were out in full throttle. It was bizarreness, you know, because you see that on TV. Like in New York, this doesn't really go down like that. Maybe because the buildings are a lot higher, but out here, like the helicopters were flying low and they were looking for somebody. But you know, like I remember in the music videos, like like in the California, people would call them ghetto birds and stuff, because they would be on the prowl looking for a crime that's been committed. But it doesn't go down like that in New York for some strange reason. Not like that every once in a while, you know. But that's really an LA thing, maybe even a West Coast thing. But look, so right now I am just in Los Angeles. Right now we're coming upon, I believe this is Sunset Drive, Sunset Boulevard, and so we have to decide which way we're gonna go, left or right. I went that way the other day, and there's some interesting things to see up this way. Lots of palm trees. The street is a lot louder, and then this way we have a whole bunch of palm trees and mountains. But you know what, this way up on Hollywood, the Kodak Theater, and the place where can you see me with the, well, if you can't see me, that's good, because I don't really need to be talking into the camera anyway. I have a lot on my mind today, you know, but before we get into the topic, you know, I'll just show you guys and tell you a little bit about my experience out here so far. Los Angeles is a very interesting city. I've never really quite come into contact with a city like this before. In this particular city, like Los Angeles is apparently this huge city, and then there are like different sections of the city, like all over the city, of which you could have an event or be going to in LA and really, or live in LA and really just be so far out of the vicinity of other things that are also in LA. You know, I don't know how to describe it, because you know, in New York we have like 5 different boroughs, but instead of like boroughs, it's just like the big city LA. But then, you know, New York City is this, I don't know how it works out here. Maybe some LA person can explain it, because I still haven't, because you know, I'll be like, oh, because like I had a get together, a meetup out here, and I was like, wow, look at this architecture. I was like, oh, it's gonna be in LA, and they were like, which part of LA? I was like, LA. And they were like, there's so many different parts. So my meetup was in downtown LA. I was staying in Hollywood, and it's like, it was an interesting drive. And then with the traffic, everything is just seems so much further than it actually is. But so there's so much vegetation out here. There's a lot of vegetation, but from what I understand of the vegetation, everything was brought into LA. Apparently, like Los Angeles, maybe even the whole of California is like desert land. I don't know, because it's like really, really dry, but they have these plants and like these bushes and stuff like that, and they have these palm trees, and they say even the palm trees come from somewhere else, because guess what? I thought it was a joke when I was out here before. I mean, I think that's pretty how the palm trees line the sides of the street. was a joke. You know, like how Tony has that song, Tony has that song, It Never Rains in Southern California. I was like, oh, how theoretical. Oh, this is so cute. It doesn't, no, it literally does not rain. Like we went to this winery, like this wine area where they make wine. Like when my dad and I were out here for the expo last October. Oh wow, look at this. Blessed Sacrament School, it's so beautiful. When we were out here, we went to like this wine place, like Wine Valley, and they were like talking about the, it had got all the way till August in the year before it had rained once. And they were like, they get like a microscopic amount of rain vapor. Oh Lord, I was like, this is I thought it was really bizarre, because you know, especially my dad is from Nevis, and in Nevis it rains in the mountains every morning. You know, it rains every single morning. So I feel like I'm stalling, but I want to get into today's point, or the topic of today's video. Wow, that garbage has such a scent. Gracious. All right, I wanted to talk about self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, self-love, etc. You know what, another thing that I could say about Hollywood is Hollywood is a very interesting place, in that the dynamic of people is so different. Like you'll have people that are going to work, and you'll have people whose work is, oh Lord, somebody is screaming for me across the street. Do you see that? I can't deal with this. Now he's screaming hi. You know, a friend of mine was calling them quote unquote transients. You know, like I guess people who don't really have anywhere to go. Just let me know if you see this fool running up behind me, because we got to get crunk out here in Cali. Oh, look at this little promenade. So beautiful. Listen, I ain't got time for that. You know what? I really wanted to talk, but I don't know. Should I talk? Should I don't know. All right. There's just something on my heart and mind that just is troubling me, you know, about people basically, I don't know, you know what, and I guess I could be guilty of this to a small extent as well. And you know, basically giving yourself permission to be human, you know. And I think that too many of us just don't really give ourselves permission to not be perfect, you know, to need help, to not have everything, to have problems, you know, to not have everything together. And I remember, because I went to this Man Breakthrough, you know what, they have like down this way, they have like really pretty houses, and like all of these, like look, I want you guys to see this. They have like these trees out here that are purple. Do you see that? Like purple. And then like one day when I was like walking, I had some drama with the bus, because the bus was like, it came 5 minutes early, and they, like, public transportation out here is not like New York. The bus came 5 minutes early. Oh, look at this graffiti, very cute. The bus came 5 minutes early, then so I missed it because it was 5 minutes early. Then like another bus came onto the bus stop, because then it came, like the bus comes like every half an hour, then another bus came into the bus stop. And so since it was another bus on the bus stop, which was a different number bus, the second bus decided that it just wasn't going to stop there and just keep going. So I was like running after the bus, and it was like, it was crazy. So I'm like, I'm running, a lot of skateboarders out here too, running after the bus. And so I was like, just like, why? And so this guy was like, look here, you just missed your bus, And he was like, look here, me and my friend, we trying to get $2 together so we can get some, so we could buy some herb and all this. I was like, what? I was like, get away from me, right? With his talking about he needs $2 to buy some herb. That's one thing I see. People out here don't mind begging for $1, no matter who they are. So I think that's, I don't know what that's about. But it's like normal seeming people just be like, oh, you got $1? Oh wow, look at this. It's like a garden of trees and different types of cactus. Like the cactus you see on the street, all of these little prickly things are like popped off. Oh wow, this looks like an aloe tree. I guess because it's like, oh wow, look at that tree with spikes on it. Oh wow, those little flowers with spikes on them. I find it very interesting. Oh, this is a nursery. I find it very interesting that desert flowers are like so unapproachable. It's like, oh, they have a little running brook. This is such a nice little oasis in the middle. Oh wow, look at this. And then flowers, it's just really pretty. Oh wow, look, it's a bush. You see like it has lime on it. Do you see that? Focus, focus. It won't focus. But there's like a little circle of lime on there. I've seen like orange trees and all types of stuff, like just growing, just sitting there, standing there. But oh wow, look, this little bush has like tiny little flowers on it. Looks like they just blew there from the wind, but I guess they're growing in there too. All right. And this looks like a weeping willow pine. It's like, help me, help. All right. So anyway, oh gracious. So yeah, we're gonna walk up to Hollywood Boulevard, and then after that, I'm gonna try to take you guys to where the Kodak Theater is. Well, gosh, they got a DJ at Chick-fil-A. Alrighty. So anyway, I wanted to talk about like self-forgiveness and stuff, but I really, honestly, the topic is just so heavy and so muddled that I don't even know where to begin. You know, I think that, look at these trees, isn't that lovely? This is Highland over here. I personally don't know what's up this street, but oh look, a yellow cab. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I just saw a yellow cab. Oh, wow. So anyway, so this is like a little plaza with some, I guess, a little mall. And, oh yes, this is Sunset in Highland. Okay. So, part of the reason that I don't really fat burger, I wonder why we are as human beings just drawn towards like joints that say in the name they're not good for us. You know. So anyway, I don't know, I guess because, oh wow, look at this muscly man. Oh, I guess he doesn't have any muscles. He has two little cute dogs. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I should even bother talking or just continue to give a tour, even though I don't even know where I'm going. I'll give a tour, I don't know where I'm going. But I guess if I would say one thing, I would say that I'm confused as to where do we lose our gusto and our ability to try and to, you know, not feel that we have to succeed or not judge our success by what it is that we are able to do perfectly or seamlessly or whatnot. You know, for example, I was hanging out yesterday. I was hanging out with a very, very lovely person who loves to sing, or who, you know, is taking these singing lessons. Singing is their singer, part of their life. They're singing, blah blah blah, right? So I was hanging out with them, and I was like, oh, sing. Yeah, I was like, sing something, and they were like, no, it won't be good enough, no. And I'm like, you know, when did we lose the, like, you know, this is something that you do. When did we lose the love or the carefreeness with what it is that with our gifts and what it is that we share with the world and get from the world? When did we take on this self-consciousness for what it is that we do and how we do it, etc.? Who would we be and how would we be if we judged ourselves as children? You know, I don't know, maybe somewhere along the line in school where people laugh at you or you feel bad or whatever, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know when it sunk in. You know, for example, I can't sing, and yet I sing. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Just, I don't have anything to say. I just want us, I don't know. Let me show you some flowers that are real cute. They're behind a fence. Aren't they pretty? They're just like in the middle of a parking lot. Let me get my camera in the thing. It's like so lovely. And then here is like this huge banner, billboard of Beyonce in her underwear for Pepsi. And then I guess Mel's Diner. We're gonna pass that in a second. I just, you know, I wish that there was a way that I could relate to people how short this existence of life is, you know, and how we just really have to just take advantage of the moments that we have. You know, I said in a video that, you know, moments don't, you just don't go to sleep one day and then wake up in the future sometime. You know, the future's strung together from the moments of now. And it's like, you know, when we spend these moments not enjoying now, being self-conscious, oh, I did this wrong, I'm doing this wrong, you know, blah, 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 you know, having all this self-doubt, it just strings together. And then before you know it, all of your moments are strung together, you know, in lack of enjoyment. This is Mel's Drive-In Celebrity Bar. I wonder how many celebrities are really in there. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, listen, we're about to come up to Hollywood Boulevard right now. And so I'll show you guys Mel's Diner from the side. And, you know, like for example, listen, life is short. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You have to have fun. You have to enjoy your life, because time is the one commodity that we don't know how much of it we have. I guess this is supposed to be Marilyn Monroe in bronze. Oh, this is the Hollywood Museum. Poor Marilyn spent all of her days trapped in this existence as a sex kitten, typecast and just really pigeonholed. You know, okay, so here we are. We're coming upon Hollywood Boulevard. I'm gonna stop this video and start it again, because I didn't feel like I really said much in the last video anyway. So here, let me stop this. I guess I'll give my information at the end of this video. This is Tanya TKO. Tanya TKO. You can come to my website, TanyaTKO.com. You can come over to my Facebook, Facebook.com/Tanya TKO Show. Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest, which is @Tanya TKO, which is Tanya with an O. That's TonyA. And you know what? You have to forgive me, because I've been in Los Angeles for almost 2 weeks now. But for some reason, you know, this hasn't been like a normal vacation. Not for me. It hasn't been like a vacation where like I haven't done any walking vlogs out here. I have to actually force myself to come out here and do this walking vlog. And then even while I was doing the walking vlog, it wasn't congealing. You know, it wasn't gelling together, because my mind is all over the place, because I'm thinking about how we as human beings, how we worship other human beings, and we think that other human beings have things that we don't have, you know, possess things that we are not able to possess. And even Jesus himself said, you know, these things that I do, you can do and more. You know, so I have that on my mind, because, you know, it's like, I just, you know what, I think that we worship human beings too much, you know, and we are so hard on other human beings because of this human being worship that we don't give other people the capacity to mess up and make mistakes. And then, so, you know, let me cross the street. I just wanted to, Lord have mercy, people are acting crazy out here. I'm gonna come across the street right now. Oh, you know what, I didn't show you guys one of the stars on the ground. But I'm gonna just open up a new video, because in the new video I'm not even gonna try to talk. I'm just gonna do a tour and then just call it a day. So I'm just gonna come to the corner and show you whatever star is right here. And then, so this is Hollywood Boulevard, and there's a star on the ground. This star says Lanny Ross. This says Brian Bryant. And how they do it out here, I'll show you real quick. This person was a TV person. So you'll see it has like a little TV right there. This person, I guess this is the symbol for a record. So that person was probably a singer. And then this says Bessie Love. And so this has like a movie thing. So I guess she was a movie star. And then Stella Adler has like the theater face. So I guess that person was a theater person. So that's how they do it. They put the stars, like the stars are all along the boulevard. And you know, you think when you come to Hollywood that it will be like such a big deal, that there will be like flashing lights all over, you know, Hollywood Boulevard where these stars are on the ground, but it's nothing. Look, people are walking on top of them. You know, it's like nobody really thinks about it out here. So oh, so many people passing by. All right, let me come near this pole so I can just finish up my talk. You know, I think that we're so hard on other people, you know, and I think that, you know how they say relationship is everything. The way you relate to other people is really a reflection of yourself. And so, you know, we're hard on other people because really deep down inside we're hard on ourselves. Like we feel, oh, these people can't make a mistake. Like the way, even with stars, like for example, how we worship these stars, I feel like I'm squinting and it's really early and I'm tired too. But I don't want there to be a barrier between us and our conversation. So like how we worship these stars, and you know, if a star has a bad day, or you know, it's like we don't give them the space and the capacity to be human. You know, like like somebody wrote me some very harsh criticism, or what could be considered harsh. I don't think that it's harsh because it doesn't affect me, because I know what this person was saying was really a reflection of the relationship that they have with themselves. You know, like for example, someone is like hollering over there. I don't even know what's going on. I can't do this. So anyway, so it's like, you know, so somebody was like giving like some really what could be considered harsh criticism, you know, interpreted by somebody else. But I know that what they're saying is really a reflection of something else that's going on inside them. You know, like how they say relationship is everything, and the relationship that you have with other people brings up certain things inside yourself. So, you know, if you find, you know, for example, and I'll say this, right? I find that I remember once when I was in high school. It was like senior week and we were supposed to be trying new things. And I remember I wore like, remember this was like in the 80s, and so you remember the bunched up socks, and then we used to wear the socks with the different colors and then the different like big rabbit bunny tail ears on our shoes and all this other stuff. You remember when we did that, right? So like one day I like did like opposite on each leg. Like I had like turquoise and white on one leg, and then white turquoise on the other leg, and then I wore like two different color shoes. Like everything was like mismatched, everything matched, but mismatched on each side. Like, you know, I made it funky in my own style, you know. And I find that people who spend the time really harshly criticizing, like, you know, the people who, like, look at this, these people have like a radio and all this other stuff and a sign for homeless. We pass them down there, but I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying, like the people down here, any and everybody could be begging for money. It's so interesting to me. So anyway, right, so yeah, so yeah, so it's like, so, you know, so I find that the people who really harshly criticize, like, you know what, listen, I had my very first friend page, you know, I let all different types of people on my friend page, and I would see up and down the walls, people would be criticizing other people, what other people wore, how, oh, this looked tacky, you're tacky, or this, that, and the other. Like, let's first take an example. Look at this young lady's shoes. You know, and it's like, okay, so she has on some big Frankenstein shoes, and she's doing her own thing, and she doesn't really care. You know, she's chilling. And so, but it's like other people will be like, look at them, oh, what are you wearing? And you know, and the people, they lash that out onto other people because of some inadequacy that they feel inside about themselves. You know, and it's like, and I tell people all the time, whenever I see somebody doing something like that, whenever, I'm like, you know what? This is how fashion is made. These are how styles are born. I'm like, it's the people who are creative, the people who try new things, because it's like if you don't try something new, if you stay within the old confines and the old box, you'll never break out of that, and you'll never know what works and what doesn't work. And I would say to anybody, I don't care. I don't care, because you know what? I remember on my Facebook page when I was posting 5-inch heels. I was like, I love 5-inch heels, and people were like, those are stripper shoes. You wear those, right? And I was like, I don't care what you think. I like 5-inch heels, and I wear them. Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to wear 5-inch heels. They got them everywhere with the covered sole, or they like retro this, retro that. And I'm like, you know what? This is why you have to be true to what it is that you feel and what you like on the inside. You just have to try new things, like these hubs like Tokyo, New York, Milan. You know, you go to these cities and you see they have like these fashion districts where people make their own clothes, where they're trying new things, where they're ruching this, twisting that, turning this hair, cutting it on a bias, sewing it some other way, using different color thread, different types of buttons, different zippers, etc. And it's like, you know, if people don't do that, here we go, the homeless family. It's like, if people don't do that, how will you ever know what really works? How will you know what could be the next popping thing? So it's like, you know, you could either be a trailblazer or a follower. And it's like, you can't worry about what other people are saying to or about you. You just have to keep doing your thing, dancing to the beat of your own drum. You know, there are no mistakes. Everybody is here for a reason, and everybody, listen, everybody contributes something powerful and something positive, you know, to the world and to life and society as we know it. Am I standing on the thing that you're looking at? Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Let me walk a little. Let me come to the side. Lord, I didn't realize. I did not realize. So anyway, so I would say, you know, everybody contributes something positive, and it's like, I don't know when we lost the urge or the inclination for trying new things. I don't know, somebody's trying to get on the camera. I don't know when where is he? I don't know, he's there with his sign. See what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know when we stop trying. I don't know when we stop thinking that it was cool, or that, I don't know when we started judging other people so harshly, and I think that that's all a reflection of something that's going on inside. You know, so if you find yourself, like I said, I had people on my Facebook page like that. I took everybody off, and I only re-added people that I knew from real life, and then I went and I created a new page, because even some of the people that I knew in real life were kind of negative, and so I created a new page, and I just started only adding people. And I only had like 100-something people on my list, and I really didn't care. You know, it's like I added people who I appreciated the sentiments of. Like, if you wrote something that was, did you want to say something?
You're more than gorgeous.
I'm sorry?
You are more than gorgeous, and I would love to go down on you for the rest of my life.
You would love to what?
Go down on you for the rest
Go
of
down.
my
What
life.
does this sign right here say in your hands? It says, why lie? I just want to be high. But then on the other side, what does it say? It says F you.
F
so
you.
You're out on the street asking for money?
No, not at all.
What do you, so what?
Does this look like I'm asking for money?
It says please 420 help. So you're not asking for money, you're asking for
Maybe it's vice versa. Maybe it's for other people to ask me to help them in the right direction for something.
I see. And so I have no, I
Maybe it's really a scam.
a scam.
Help me talk to people, beautiful women like you, without being scared.
Right, and in offering up your oral services in exchange for what? For marijuana?
For free.
For free.
For free.
So you're offering to suck and put your mouth on miscellaneous women's vaginas in exchange for no money whatsoever, not even marijuana, nothing, just for the sake of sucking random vagina.
No, just yours.
I see, just mine. All right, so anyway, as I was saying, so now the man is trying to run away across the street. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so now he's running across the street. He's running from me. Okay. Yeah, you see, and this is, you know what, ladies, and I would say this, you know, you will be approached by a lot of different men out there saying a lot of different things. If they say something to you that you really don't understand, just ask for clarification, you know, and usually when you clarify what it is that they're saying, they realize how ridiculous it sounds and how ridiculous it is and how ridiculous the proposition is. So just get very specific with them, you know, like I found out what it was that he was really interested in, and that's just randomly offering up his oral services to just miscellaneous people that just walk by on the street, or miscellaneous women. Just ridiculous. Like, that's going to be like, oh yes, you're begging for money or marijuana on the street. Your mouth is the perfect mouth that I would like to offer up my nonnikins to straddle the face of, right? Okay. So anyway, I totally got off kilter from what it was that I was saying. Oh look, there's a musician right here playing his tunes. Oh gosh, and if there's a pirate. Did you guys see him pass behind me? You know what, we're going to, listen, we're going to walk up Hollywood Boulevard in the next video, so stay tuned for that. You know what, I just really had that on my heart and mind today about when did we stop taking these chances, when did we start judging people so harshly. But then, you know, I just wanted to tell you guys if I could say anything, because I really felt like I wasn't really saying anything down there. But if I could say anything, I would say don't take these criticisms and don't take these things that other people are saying as a reflection of you. You know, people hone in and try to control and change the things that are happening to other people because of something that is going on inside of them. It's all about them. Everything, the relationship that you've ever had with other people. You know, when I was at my meetup the other day in Los Angeles, I talked a little bit about the law of attraction. But you know, we draw different things into our lives and we hone in on different things that are of particular lessons to us, and we don't stop attracting this into our lives until we learn that lesson. So let me just tell you this as a lesson: if you are particularly sensitive to the musings and the rilings and the jibings of other people, just stand firm and cemented in who it is that you are. You have to know who you are, because if you depend on other people telling you who you are, you will always be spinning and spiraling and twirling, because every person who's telling you who they want you to be, they want you to be that because of something that is spinning and spiraling inside of themselves. You know what I mean? And it's like, you have no competition. You have you need no direction, not even competition, because that's with dating and stuff, because you have no competition when it comes to being you. But you need no direction. You need nothing, no instruction when it comes to being you. You just be you. You tap into your guide, you tap into that inner voice, you stand firm and cemented in who it is that you are, and you just be you. Other people will change, and then you will change, but you have to stand true, and you have to be true to who it is that you are and what it is that you bring to the world, the gifts that you bring, the natural inclinations that you have. You know, because I was do I say this? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and this is embarrassing to me, but I'm gonna admit it because I want you to look into yourself and admit some things to you. I'm gonna open up. You ready? All right. You guys know that there's a particular I put you guys on because, you know, I'm here. I came out here for a seminar and then I stayed 2 weeks, right? And there's a particular, there are other love gurus and, you know, relationship coaches, life uncoaches. There are all different types of people out there. And there's one in particular whose messages I really love and resonate with. And not so much the messages, because he and I, we say some of the same things, but I love his delivery. His delivery is so smooth and just so, it's like water. It's just so smooth and it's just so crystal and just so just so loving and just so soft and just, it's just so, just makes you feel so warm and everything, right? Because the way it's, wow, this guy is really having a fit. Wow, I can't, you know what? This is Hollywood for you. But nonetheless, and I just love his delivery and his approach. And you know, there's a part of me that feels so, I don't know, I feel kind of self-conscious, because I would love to be more watery and more like the wind and just flow and all of that. But you know, when I get, and you guys know me, when I get into a groove and I start to make my point, I punctuate my point, and I'm like thunder. I'm like the rain and the thunder, or at least it, not even me, but it just comes through me. It translates through my being as thunder, like, ooh, you know, and it's like, that's just the way it comes through me. And it's like, you know, there was a part of me that felt self-conscious, like, oh, I wish that there could be a way that I could just be more placid, you know, but that's not me. And everybody relates to a message in a different way. And the way that I relay my messages, you know, it resonates with certain people. Everybody wasn't meant to be placid. Everybody wasn't meant to be wind. Otherwise, there wouldn't be earth, water, and fire. You know what I mean? I just happen to be fire. I just happen to be the fire. That's me. You know, so anyway, I'm gonna get off of this. I'm gonna get off of this video. But basically, I just wanted to say, just be yourself. Be yourself. Everybody doesn't have to approve, because if you spend the time, you know, waiting and lobbying for other people's approval, you'll spend all your time never really knowing who you are. You know, we all have special gifts, special things that we bring. You know, who would I be if I would pretend to, number one, I wouldn't be able to fit into the mold of pretending to be somebody else. So I would always never feel comfortable in my own skin. You know what I mean? I would never feel comfortable. Because I would always be living under the oppression of the confines of somebody else's existence, what's natural to them. So I would just say, you have to do what's natural to you. You know, it's going to translate in a different way. In this world, they're going to be artists, they're going to be doctors, they're going to be lawyers, they're going to be people who the message, when it comes through them, when the creativity comes through them, when the art comes through them, everybody's not going to be able to make bottle caps and make it shine and turn it into little wind chimes. Some people are going to take those bottle caps and turn them into light bulbs. Some people are going to take those bottle caps and turn them into surgical instruments. So what I'm saying is, you just have to tap into your natural inclinations as a person and as a human being, and you just have to hold true and know that the Most High brought you here to do something. You were brought here, listen, you're a reflection of the Most High. You're a ray of the light of the Most High. And you were brought here to bring something special from your particular interpretation into this world. So shed those shackles, shed that coat, shed that outer being of you forcing yourself into the confines of somebody else's existence, and be yourself. Be yourself and be free, and just relax into that. You know what I mean? Relax into learning who you are. Because you know what? I get people who come out and they tell me who they think that I should be. But you know what? I say, listen, you know what? It can take a whole lifetime to learn yourself. While you're focusing your attention on me, your attention is not on yourself. Because you know what? You can spend your time trying to learn other people, but oh goodness, the trial and the tribulation that it is to even learn yourself. So it's like, before you go out there, so listen, no matter how much we know about ourselves, the more we learn about ourselves, the more we realize that we don't know about ourselves. So if you know anybody or see anybody who is telling you about who you are, this is a person who is not looking at themselves and figuring out who they themselves are. Because no matter who they are, how far they've come, we all need to spend our times getting to know ourselves. it's impossible to know yourself too well, because the more and more that I learn myself, the more and more that I learn that there's stuff that I just did not know. So, you know, so I don't pay too much attention to the people who are telling me who I am and what it is that I need to do and who I am and blah, 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 blah. These are people who, they're using this as a distraction. They're using this as a distraction to not delve deeply into who it is that they are, because if they knew, if they spent the time realizing that their stuff stinks too, I can't use the word on camera, but their stinks too. We're all our stinks, you know. So it's like, if you knew and if you were humble enough to know that your stuff stinks too, you wouldn't be trying to point to the stink of other people. You wouldn't. So the people who are pointing to your stuff, telling you that it stinks, these are people that are, they're not looking inward. Don't take it personally. Just keep moving, keep pushing, keep going. That's all I can say on that. So on that note, and I feel that I said everything that I needed to say for this video, on that note, Tanya TKO, I am out. Follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Tanya TKO Show, twitter.com/Tanya TKO. Come over to my main website. You'll see the link right here, which is Tanya TKO. And I'm going to do a quick walk up Hollywood, try to take you guys to the Chinese theater. That was one of the things that was on my mind. The other thing that was really on my mind is self-forgiveness. But I really want to get into a quiet space and just really talk to you guys about loving yourself and being able to forgive yourself. Because it's like, you know, listen, I'm not perfect. I wasn't meant to be perfect. If I was looking for perfection, I would stay in the astral plane. But my soul is here for an experience, and I've come here to get the experience. And getting the experience, living, it's not, you know what, let's talk about that in the next video. We're going to talk about that in the next video, because this one is 40 minutes. So let me come back. We're on Hollywood Boulevard right now. We're at Hollywood and Highland. And I'm about to come back with a tour. Where's the Highland sign? With a tour of the Walk of Fame. Well, it says Highland right there. With the Walk of Fame. Oh, it even says Highland right there. So we're at the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Highland. And I'm about to show you guys the Hollywood Walk of Fame, take you to the Chinese theater where they have all the handprints and stuff there. So let's try to do that real quick. All right, Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Peace. I love you guys. Hug me, hug me. I hug you. See, I don't care who knows I love you. I hug you right on the street with all these people thinking that I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy, but I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, and I love you. So I'm out of here. Peace.